Namaste, good afternoon. Welcome to another episode. Today we'll talk about a very interesting topic, and the topic is diet. Okay, so in the field of nutrition and in health, I think the most searched word, the most looked after word, and the most sought after word is diet. Okay, everybody wants to know what diet should I eat. Okay, majority of time it is what diet should I eat to lose weight. Okay, or should I eat this diet does not suits me. Okay, so I thought let's do a video to understand what is a perfect diet and what diet supports us. Okay, see, there are close to 100 dietary theories. Okay, and each dietary theory has a different aspect to it. So it can be an Ayurvedic diet, it can be a blood type diet, it can be a paleo diet, it can be a high fat, low carb diet, it can be a high protein, medium fat and low carb diet, it can be a carb diet. So there are n number of diet that are available. But do diets really work? I think the answer is probably yes in a short term if you're looking to achieve a certain milestone. But if you're looking to make it a part of your lifestyle, if you're looking at a destination, that health being a destination and a journey, health being a journey, not a destination, then diets won't work. Dietary habits will work. Okay. I studied close to 100 different diets, and the crux of it is one, whatever is suiting my body today may or may not suit my body tomorrow. Okay, and as quickly as maybe the next meal, because I am eating something in a different frame of mind. My mental, emotional, physical health is different right now. Maybe it'll be different when I take my next meal. So maybe what is suiting me right now would not suit me later. So let's understand what is a perfect diet, what we should eat. Okay, so you will read a lot of things that I cannot sustain eating wheat, which has got gluten. I cannot eat carbohydrate. I cannot eat fat. But what we talk is a diet for journal purpose. If there is a medical condition, let's say you have an insulin problem, obviously you'll go on a low insulin diet to fix your condition. But once you fixed your condition, what should be your diet? Okay. So every country has got its own dietary guidelines. Okay, unfortunately, India does not have its own. We have copied a mixture of what the US dietary guidelines are there or what the UK one is. So Japan has its own, China has its own, Canada has its own, US has its own, and UK has its own. Predominantly, what we follow is a US dietary guidelines. Okay, so the US dietary guideline is a pyramid shape. I think which a lot of books that you read by a lot of nutritionists and dietitians talk about it. And what this guideline says, that the bottom of the pyramid, the major portion, 5 to 6 portion in your diet should be carbohydrates, bread, pasta, wheat, anything. Then a portion should be of vegetables, then meat, then a little bit of dairy. Okay, and we have been following it. Surprisingly, in 1999, the US government was sued successfully, saying that these guidelines are faulty and these were made keeping in mind certain vested interests of people in FDA who are working for big business houses to get their own product into this pyramid. So in 1999 that was done. That's some 20 years back. Okay, in 2000, early 2005-6, the US changed their guidelines. Okay, but in India, we're still following that pyramid. If you read any school textbook, we still follow that pyramid, which is one of the most saddest part of our economy or a country is right now. So what you should do is imagine whatever you're eating in a day. You imagine that you put everything on a plate. Okay, so have a plate. Visualize a plate in front of you. Divide that plate into 4 parts, 4 quarters. Okay, first quarter should be grains, whole grains. So whole grains means maybe a little bit of wheat, not as a flour, but broken wheat or a whole wheat or a barley form, but other grains like millets and pseudo grains, all those, whatever is local to you. 1 quarter should be protein. Now it does not matter whether the protein is coming from a vegetable source or an animal source. A protein is a protein for the body. Okay, obviously animal protein has got more of some traces of B12, which you don't get in a plant-based protein. Animal protein is a little more dense, which is not there here. They've got more complete form of vitamin A, which you don't get in vegetable protein. You get it a beta carotene level. But protein, whether you eat animal or the vegetable-based protein, should be 1/4 of your diet. 1/4 of your diet should be vegetables. So obviously the vegetables have to be wide variety, colors, so leafy, dark leafy green, starchy vegetables which grow on the ground, underground, seasonal. Some people can even have nightshades. Okay, and the last quarter is fruits, seasonal fruits. You don't have to go for imported fruit. You don't have to go for hybrid fruits like seedless grapes. Why you want to have seedless grapes? Have grapes with seeds, because that's what the grape is supposed to be. Okay. Now we're not talking about whether it is organic, inorganic. If you can afford organic and it's available readily, please do so. If not, eat conventional. Okay. It is better to eat conventional than to eat outside processed food. A small portion, like somewhere, if you visualize a glass, size for glass, should be your fat in forms of nuts, seeds, oil that you're using. Oil should be balanced between omega-6 and omega-3. So if you're eating 3:1 is the ratio of omega-6 to omega-3. And lot of water. Excuse me. So this is what our plate should look like. 4 quarters, whole grains, protein, vegetables, fruits, little bit of fat, and a lot of water. Excuse me. So if you follow this, I think we do not need any dietary guidelines. Now, whatever falls in this basket, whether it is grain, so if you're having bajra khichdi, have it, let's say, in your plate should be 1/4 of it. So in the entire day, whatever you're eating, 1/4 of it should be the grains part. 1/4 of should be fruits, vegetables, and protein. Now, why a balance? Fruits provide a lot of vitamins and minerals. Our body does not make vitamins. We need to take source of vitamin. We can't store vitamin beyond a point. Minerals we get from the soil. The soils are getting depleted of its mineral content. So hence it is important to eat more vivid varieties of fruits and vegetables in a diet. Okay. Protein is a building block. It makes your fiber. It is a part of so let's say our body has got 2 types of fiber, low twitch fiber and long twitch fiber. So when you put a fiber or a muscle under pressure, so it contracts, it relaxes, and during this process it breaks. When it breaks, so something like this, your fiber is like this. When it is under pressure, it breaks, it becomes like this, and then it is repaired. So the muscle is growing. When this muscle grows, that's when how you bulk it up, and this repair happens through protein. So protein is important. Carbs are the energy source. It provides fuel. Okay. And then water, because the cell needs water. We are 70% water. So the hydration is very, very important. Fat. Now that's where one of the biggest problem happens. People say, I can't eat fat. I want to go on a low fat diet because fat will make me fat. Sorry, fat does not make you fat. It's high blood sugar that makes you fat. So have good quality grass-fed butter. You can have animal fat, which is lard and the way traditionally food was cooked. Okay, have a little bit of omega-3 fat in your diet. So flaxseed can give you, walnuts can give you, almonds can give you, avocado can give you. A good source of fish oil is very good. Have a little bit of coconut oil in your diet. Have desi ghee in your diet. So fat is important because remember, for any hormone, the base is cholesterol, and cholesterol is nothing but lipid, which is fat. So if your diet lacks fat, in the long run, you'll have a lot of problems. Also, what happens when you put fat with starch or with food, it reduces the GI. So that is the reason they said when you're eating dal chawal, put some ghee on it. That makes the spiking of blood sugar go down, which otherwise can cause a lot of challenges. Okay, so this is what a perfect diet is all about. If you follow this diet, in the long run, this is what is sustainable. This is what is simple. And this diet, if you look at, is what we call a Mediterranean diet or a DASH diet. Okay. So what we need is a diet which has got a balance of these 5 parameters along with water. Have a wonderful day, everyone, and we'll catch up soon. In case you have any question on your diet, leave a comment below and we'll be happy to discuss. Namaste and have a wonderful day.